and certainly push with a bit of momentum into tomorrow night as well.
That's right, JB. They go to Ballarat. They leave very early tomorrow morning as Nicholson puts it on the floor. Now Clara Wisher, the former Hobart Chargers player, back in town tonight. Nicholson for another three. Back-to-back threes for Lauren Nicholson, the reigning Siebel MVP, with a three-pointer.
Big shot there from Lauren Nicholson, and don't worry about it. She likes banging down low as well. Loves catching a board or two. That's going to be pivotal. It looks to be a block has been called there.
That'll be on green, JB.
No, that's been a block, not an offensive foul. So that one there on the Kilsyth player.
Beyond Sassari there, JB.
Just not allowing Green to get the position down in the low block. She's going to have to be big tonight to Green. Got the double-double last week, but she's going to want to really affect the scoreboard a bit more than she did last.
So Hobart restart here as Thompson now with it. Gets the screen off Green. Thompson goes herself. That's off. Good rebound there by Booth. And then all of a sudden, Sassari with it. Now as Kilsyth slow it down, Nicholson for triple threes. Just off. Good rebound by Kilsyth, and they bring it out through Downey. Now back to Wisher. Wisher down low against one of her former teammates in Taylor Roberts.
Going to need communication here. Mismatch down on the post.
Yeah, big mismatch as Booth makes the two.
Communication down low, big factor here for the Huskies. Nearly cost them last week and will prove to be a big difference this week.
Thompson, now Collins. Back to Thompson, inside to Roberts. Roberts puts up, rejected by Booth. Good defensive pressure by the Kilsyth Cobras as Schlott putting on some moves over to Sari. Now Green. Collins, shot clock at 5 for the Huskies. Collins needs to get busy.
Wants to roll but can't get it.
Good defensive pressures. Both Collins and Nicholson, both former teammates at the Launceston Tornadoes, and Nicholson gets the better of that one.
Yeah, good scout there, knowing that Ellie wants to get on that low block, roll across and get the fadeaway jumper. Just wasn't allowing the entry there, forced the travel. Good defence there from Kilsyth.
So Kilsyth up by 7 early on, 12 plays 5 here as Nicholson down low over Thompson and banks it off the window.
She started off really, really strong. That's why she's a reigning MVP.
So Schlott with it now. 9 is our margin here. There's Collins. Thompson. Goes to back to Schlott here. One-on-one with Sassari. Looking for the on-ball screen. Green hesitant, but Schlott goes for it just long, and Wisher with the rebound.
Thompson and Schlott combining for 25 of the 36 first quarter points last week for the Huskies. They're going to have to get to work here as Thompson fouls her on the drive.
Yeah, so Nicholson will go to the line for 2, and if you're just joining us, yes, apologies for early on with technical difficulties with the live stream, but we are back on air here. Roll Riggs, Justin Bryan with you here at the Kingborough Sports Centre as a timeout has been called here with 6:11 remaining. It is Kilsyth 14, Hobart 5.
As we quickly go into our pre-game notes, we wish we'd have had a chance to work out. I'll get you at the halftime break. I think I've worked out the issue there already. We'll wait for those to load, but I mean, this is a big do-or-die game for both squads, particularly for Hobart. This will most certainly rule them out of finals if they drop this one. Hobart 12th on the ladder, 6-9 win-loss record, winning against Melbourne 86-81 last week in what was a pretty decent opening quarter. However, just unable to get the finish there and finish a little bit stronger. Keys for Hobart, they need to get that fast start, and unfortunately it hasn't happened for them. They're going to really need to lift up a gear a bit. Big thing for them is getting on top early and maintaining that momentum. Defensive communication, again, we've had a couple of breakdowns at the moment, something they're really going to fix up. And again, the use of the bigs down low and certainly on defence. Meanwhile, for Kilsyth, who sit 6 on the ladder, will be playing finals this year, 10-5 win-loss record, defeated Dandenong 80-61 last week. They're going to need a consistent 4 quarters. Trailed off in the second half of the game against the Rangers last week, which nearly cost them. Luckily enough, a big first half saved them there. They need to stretch the Hobart defence. Again, that's proven pivotal so far. It has worked for them. They need to continue to do it. Find the weak side, find the mismatch, and, capitalise there. And again, limit the perimeter shooters, as we mentioned. Thompson and Schlott combined for 25 opening points last week. They combined for well over 50 as a team. I think they combined for 55 as a duo. So if they can limit those two, they'll win the game.
All right. The thoughts there from JB. Well done there. We're doing this on the fly, folks.
Managed to fill the gap nicely there.
Yes, we did. That's a good gap fill as Nicholson makes the first.
She's been on fire. Already has 9. Make that 10 points.
Nice work by Lauren Nicholson. Great to see her back in town. One of the top players in the league and no doubt be in the race for MVP later in the year. Collins will go for 3. And just long rebound there by Nicholson on cue for us as she runs down the floor here for the Cobras. Just slows it down a bit, looks inside to Booth. Now Booth with that mini J, that's not there. Good rebound by Wisher. Now Sassari with it, in turn to Downey. Back to Nicholson. Hobart need to work out their defensive issues, and another foul being called, and this looks like it's on Nikki Green.
Yeah, just a hip just on the hip there. Quick call. One thing that Hobart need to hurry up and do and get some defensive rebound structure. Just noticeably early, they're leaving gaps open, smaller opponents crashing the glass when they really should have the advantage at this point.
So Kilsyth to restart here. There's Wisher. Now Nicholson puts it to the floor, tries to split for a couple, then loses it, but then Booth there just to pick up the scraps and get a 2 there for the Kilsyth Cobras.
I like that fight through the screen at the top, though, by Thompson, showing some intent, forcing the offensive player to really make a move. Unfortunately, just couldn't clean up scraps.
So Thompson, now Green. Back to Thompson, now term Collins. Collins thinks about it. Wants to go for it, does, and goes to Schlott. Right intention, but too much on the pass.
Yeah, just a little too high there for Schlott. A lot of people don't realise Jen Schlott only around that 5'5", 5'6" mark, so getting that easy pass isn't going to be there. Substitutions coming into the game there. Number 5, Rebecca O'Donnell, and checking out of the game, number 12, Alison Downey.
So Kilsyth with some early changes. Josie Greenwood looking to come in very shortly as Tassari with it. Now in turn Booth. Wanted to hand off to Nicholson.
Nice
Good curl
pass.
cut by Nicholson. Missed the baby too, but Thompson's there with the rebound and coming down the floor here for Hobart. Looking at her options, get nice screen by Roberts, but then one to go all the way, draw the foul. And looks like she'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, it looked like Clara Wisher just trying to get an old team handshake in there, made a bit of contact. Referees deemed that on the floor, so she won't go anywhere near the line. Substitutions, Taylor Roberts heading out, Josie Greenwood heading in, and a nice crowd in there for Josie Greenwood on the substitution. So a little bit of hometown support there for the young lass.
Good to see JB as Green puts it up. That's short. And now foul. Is it off the ball? It's foul on the rebounding contest. I think this might... It's on Sarah Booth, so Hobart to get it back.
Substitution checking into the game there. Number 11, Claire Kamak, checking out of the game is, if we can get a just quick look.
Clara Wisher.
Yeah, number 9, Clara Wisher.
Yep. It's one that we well know, JB. She's been around the traps for quite some time.
Certainly injury prone last year. Good to see her getting a bit more of a season in so far. Nice
as
shot from Thompson.
Goes from downtown
Bang.
and knocks it down. And margin back to 10 here. 18-8 is our scoreline in favour of Kilsyth. Kilsyth, as we come to you from the Kingborough Sports Centre here. NBL1 action tonight as an offensive foul's been called. It's going to be on Nicholson. No, it's going to be on Booth once again. Now, she's picked up another one. That's 2 on her, JB.
Yeah, big foul there. Nikki Green just sucking the defence in there. Booth's going to come out of the game, and checking in will be Taylor Mathers. So, yeah, good to see Green making the intent. However, we now need to see her hit the rebounds and hit the scoreboard. Really use her size and presence. She's clearly the biggest body out there at the moment.
So Kilsyth going a little bit more small now. Coach Sam Wisdom making those changes as Greenwood now Schlott. Green wants it inside and gets it now. And a foul's now. This looks like it's going to be called on Nicholson. Nicholson can't believe it. But Hobart to get it is out. Does that put them in a bonus, JB?
It should put them in the bonus. Pretty sure that'll see her head to the line. Yeah, score bench confirming there that it is 2 free throws. Nichols just coming across a little bit late, taking the arms as Alex Finlayson checks into the game. That'll send Ellie Collins out. So a predominantly small lineup now running for the Huskies. They're going to want to run and gun and just take advantage of this. Nikki Green being on the floor. I mean, hell of an athlete herself. Pretty much did everything in high school, had a cup of tea as well in the WNBA, so a capable player, and she'll be wanting to assert herself here tonight in what is pretty much the second last home game of the year for the Huskies.
Yes, absolutely. We will talk a bit about their home game schedule coming up at quarter time as Green knocks down the second. She goes 1 of 2. Margin split back to that 9:30 as we've got about 4 and a bit to go here in the first. As Tassari now that was O'Donnell, sorry. Back to Tassari. Now Nicholson. Nicholson puts it to the floor.
Good
pulls
step
up
back
on the elbow. Just off. Green with the rebound.
Dominating the glass there, Nikki Green so far. 2 early rebounds, but really getting position.
Schlott puts up the floater. Doesn't get the friendly roll there.
Almost classed with the rejection defence, really getting their hand in, disrupting that shot.
Tassari with it. Tassari pulls up. Thinks about it. Ball's inside now to Mavers. Mavers will kick it out to Katamak. Shot clock at 7 as Mavers once again down low, puts it up. That's off. Nicholson fighting hard on the rebound. Finlayson got the scraps.
Good hustle there from the Huskies, undersized on that battle. Thompson
puts it to the floor. Gets double team, has to kick it out and does. Finlayson with it here. Now Thompson for 3. 2 pieces of the rim out success. Finlayson with the O board, and Thompson gets it back. They're down to 10 now on the shot clock here for the Huskies.
Needs to use some screen action here, Thompson, and
Thompson on cue, just misses. Rebound there by O'Donnell, and now Nicholson to bring it up.
Had a good look at that one. Thompson unable to make it as Nicholson getting inside. And again, she's really dominated this ball so far. 10 points, 2 rebounds.
So ball getting swinged around there now to Katamak. Katamak to Tasari. Now hand off into Nicholson. Nicholson putting up another 3. And Lauren Nicholson having a wonderful first quarter here at the moment.
Never looked like missing there. Shooting the lights out. 13 points, 57% shooting. Lauren Nicholson having an MVP performance early. She's going to have a big night.
Finlayson with it. She's waiting for that on ball here from Green. Finlayson, couple dribbles, puts up a long 2. That's long. As Kilsyth have put their lead out to 12, as Nicholson comes down the floor here now, kicks it out to Zari for 3. That's off. Greenwood tips it to Green there, and Schlott to bring it up, putting on some moves on Tasari, but Tasari equal to the challenge. Now foul's been called. It looks like it's on Katamak, and Hobart will go to line.
Huskies very, very lucky there with that one. I thought that they may have dribbled into a bit of trouble there. Miscommunication between Schlott and Thompson on the drive. Nonetheless, foul call. We'll see Schlott head to the line. Capable shooter as well. So we'll see whether she can put both in. Again, 34 points last week. Probably her biggest game for the club.
Wisher coming in for Tasari as Jennifer Schlott is at the line here for 2. It was good to actually have a decent conversation with her on Wednesday at our weekly press conference, JB. She, made it upbeat about the games ahead.
Yeah, it needs to be too, and I can understand why they might be a little down, but as Jen said, it's a matter of execution. You've got to play through the season regardless of what the possible outcomes will be. I mean, did speak about how they're potentially relying, as Nicholson goes inside, fouled by Greenwood, but as Schlott had mentioned, you can't be sitting there thinking about what other teams will and won't do, and everything that's not going to be within their control. They've just got to play hard, they've got to execute, and they've just got to try and finish the season strong. So Schlott really trying to work her way, to stay in this squad. I mean, she's certainty of that, but really just wants the team to finish on a high note as Nicholson makes it first.
She does, and of course Lauren Nicholson just finding a new breath of life too at Kilsyth after being very dominant for a few years at Launceston. Yeah,
massive season last year. Really went out with a bang in Launceston. That Tornadoes franchise really swung round on the fortunes of Nicholson and the rest of the team. So it's good to see her back in Tassie and really playing some good ball.
Nice transition here by the Huskies as Schlott goes to Collins for the 2.
As we talk about former Tornadoes there, Ellie Collins has really made an impact on this squad so far. A rounded 15-5-5 season from Collins. Played both ends of the floor. Quite capable in all assets of the game.
So poor pass there by Katamak, and then Greenwood was able to pick up the interception. Schlott now with it. Roberts calling for it. Goes to another option. Collins now
nice
into
pass.
Roberts. More patience there, JB, and they get the 2 for it.
Played for years, these girls. Played at Launceston, played in Hobart, played juniors with one another. They know each other like clockwork. Good entry pass, and we're down to a single-digit margin here.
Yes, 8 points is our margin. 23-15. We've about a minute 15 to go. Ball inside there to Mavers, and makes the 2.
Just a nice, easy entry pass there. And again, Kilsyth really executing so far, making their shots, making their passes, really making some good rotational defensive stops as well.
So Collins, she puts it to the floor. Now Schlott thinking about it as she goes exploring here. Wanted to pull up. Greenwood inside. Now Roberts.
Oh,
beautiful.
Nice little touch pass.
Great. And Roberts thanks Greenwood for that nice interior passing, JB.
She's quite capable of passing out of the post, and one thing that certainly helps Greenwood, and she's deceptively undersized. Josie's easy around that 6'1" mark, so she can see over the top of a lot of the women who do defend her. Nice shot.
As O'Donnell knocks down the 2. And margin back out to 10.
Yeah, that shooting stroke of the Kilsyth Cobras dominating so far, 59% from the field, in contrast to Hobart at 35.
So Finlayson with it as we're down to just under 20 seconds here, and that is a travel. It's the more obvious call you'll get for the night here, folks, as Kilsyth will, Sam Woosnam, will call timeout and run a last play opportunity with 17.3 to go, and they're up by 10.
Yeah, up by 10 so far, and it's clearly through constant execution and good passing. 8 of 10 baskets have been assisted on. They're winning the rebound battle defensively I mean, they're shooting efficiently. There's not much. They're maintaining the ball better than Hobart as well. And you can just tell, just sort of with the mindset and certainly with the temperament of both huddles here as we have a look. I mean, Kilsyth really intent, really wanting to find out. And even though the girls, the Huskies, really need to lock down, showing some disinterest as well. So it'll be interesting to see with what sort of intent they come out with. 27-17 is our margin with 17.3 to go in the quarter. And we've got a little bit of a crowd building slowly here. Ronald, end of term holidays have begun here.
Oh my word, it has, JB.
In Tasmania, so we're halfway through the year, nearly finished the year. So I mean, what better time? I mean, if you're listening at home and you really want to be a part of the action, get down to the Sports Centre. Tickets at Ticket Over. I mean, tickets on the door.
Yeah,
a great family night. I mean, you can see us in person. I mean, what else? What else do you want?
well, that's true. Very true. You can always see myself and JB around. We're well known in the Hobart basketball community, so. But yeah, good crowd. I'll mention more at a quarter time as players restarted as Canamak comes down the floor here.
Look for an open baseline drive here.
Righto. JB's called it. Nicholson now. Canamak. Now kicks it out to...
There it is.
Baby's beautiful to Nicholson, and a well-executed play there by the Kilsyth Cobras.
I'll tell you what, though.
Slot. Oh!
That didn't look too bad from him. Didn't look too bad at all.
Quarter time here at the Kingross Sports Centre sees Kilsyth up by 12. It's 29-17.
Lauren Nicholson leading the way, no doubt about it. 17 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 63% shooting. She has been dominating the game as we quickly look at some of our numbers that have seen us go through the first quarter so far, which will be slowly as they pop up now. As you can see, Kilsyth leading the way from the field, 61 to 35%, leading the way 2-pointers and 3-pointers, dominating both ends. 3 of 6 from deep. Great execution there. 2 of 8 for Hobart from deep. From the free throw line, 4 of 4. You've got to make them if you're going to take them, and that's exactly what Kilsyth have been doing. Team statistics, I should say. 9 of 11 baskets assisted on for Kilsyth. Meanwhile, Hobart, 3 of 6. Tied in the rebound department. Blocks leading the way to Kilsyth, and steals in favour of Hobart. You'd have to say the defensive presence, however, certainly in favour of Kilsyth for having that 12-point lead and only conceding 17 points in the quarter. Scoring leaders see Nicholson leading the way with 17. I mean, she's got 17, and the Hobart Huskies themselves have 17, so really no match there. Sarah Booth chipping in with 8 as well. Meanwhile, Shana Thompson leading the way for all scorers there. Under a minute, Ronnie, and it's been an interesting start to this one.
It certainly has been, JB. Great to have your company wherever you're watching around the country or even around the world by the NBL YouTube channel. And a shout out to everyone watching down at Kilsyth. I hope you're enjoying your team's performance so far as well. We mentioned it's school holidays down here finally, JB. It's the end of term 2 of the school, so hopefully we'll see a few more kids roll in tonight. Of course, it is the Hobart men taking on the Kilsyth men coming up next in our doubleheader. We are the only game tonight in the NBL1. We already had one game already. It was round 13 started on Wednesday night with Ballarat men taking the win over Geelong, and I think it was the Geelong women, I'm pretty sure, that got the win over the Ballarat women. So round 13 is up and Adam and Ernest, and certainly, JB, it's going to be tough for Hobart. I should mention there, on the road to Ballarat, as you mentioned.
Tomorrow night.
And then we're back, then of course there's a home game, but in Melbourne, though, against the COE next Saturday night.
Yeah, hell of a fixture coming up here for the Huskies, and a very interesting weekend. Launceston, of course, the other week, having done the home and away fixture. Of course, they had it the other way around. However, they had away and then home. So a very interesting start to this game. Schlott now with the ball. She's just going to bring it over the timeline. She's had a quiet start to this game with 2 points, and she's going to want to look to make an impact. As she goes inside, bit of contact. Doesn't worry about that. Great finish from Jen Schlott.
Good finish there by Chen Schlott as Nicholson brings it down here now for the Kilsyth Cobras. And now foul off the ball. Now, where's this going here, JB?
This will be Finlayson or Greenwood. I'm going to assume this is for a bit of a hold. It's been a push there on Josie Greenwood. And as we can see, Josie, one of the few players we've ever met that just never seems to have ever committed a foul in her life. Wasn't very happy with that one.
No. Well, we'll just live with that one and move on, JB, as Canamak has it now inside to Nicholson.
We've got a mismatch here.
And finds the open downy that missed, though. Greenwood with the rebound as Schlott comes up the floor. Collins decides to go from Huonville, but that's not there. As good rebound there by Downey, and then all of a sudden Canamak to now Nicholson as we come down the floor.
Yeah, they need to try and execute here, get something quickly, get a bit of a cut going here, the Cobras, and really try and get a bit more momentum, extend the margin.
So Nicholson thought about it, turned it down. Inside to Wisher. Now back to Freiters there, who puts it up. That's off. Now Wisher, we've seen that
lovely.
move. We have seen that move time and time again. They're down at the old Creek Road Stadium. Great finish there by Clara Wisher.
Good to see Clara back on the field. As we mentioned, injuries plagued her Siebel season last year, but it's good to see her out there and delivering highlights like that.
Schlott for the response and knocks it down.
Nice little jumper there from Jen Schlott. As we mentioned, 34 last week, capable scorer, all-time leader at Utah State and the Div 1 college, so look for her to be getting some buckets tonight.
Of course, Wisher here. Working her way through. She did a bit of... I'll come back to Wish on that. It's Nicholson. Now to Downey for the 2. That's off. Greenwood will pull this one in. And no, she'd let it go and it was out of bounds. I was just going to say, JB, that Clara Wisher, in a time while she was injured for the Hobart Chargers last season, took up a teaching role at Roslyn College.
Yes, did see that. A few of the students actually mentioning it to us, and certainly a few at the hostel I work at mentioning it as well, Ronald. So Clara very prominent amongst most of the community down here.
And good to see her back here tonight as Collins tried to reel that, put that past to Roberts, but Robbins couldn't reel it in as Tassari will come back in. It looks like it's going to be Wisher here. No, it's going to be Kanamack for a rest.
It's good to see the Huskies really utilising their weak side defence so far, unfortunately not being able to capitalise on the offensive end, but noticing a lot of their double teams and rotations coming from that weak side.
So Downey with it. Now back to Tassari. Tassari puts it to the floor. Stevenson out on the floor as well too, JB.
First minutes for the night.
As Downey with a long 2 and knocks it down. Alison Downey with a 2.
Really taking advantage of that matchup with Taylor Roberts, although Roberts, the much bigger body when she gets there offensively, will struggle at times to get out of the paint and guard that perimeter. So
ball inside to Green. Green needs to think about it. Stevenson, who played a good game last week, of which he had good cameo minutes, as Green puts Downey to the floor, and it's going to be called a blocking foul.
Yeah, looked like she went down a little too easy. I'm going to be interested to see whether there's a flop warning or not. No, thought it was legitimate contact. But again, Nikki Green just taking advantage of that size matchup. Quite capable for going for 15 and 15 every night when she wants to. Used to powerlift in high school as well, so a physical presence down there as well.
I didn't realise she powerlift, JB. That's quite interesting to know. Thank you for that. As Schlott wants that on-ball screen. Green doing everything she can not to commit an offensive foul as Schlott gets 2 pieces of the rim about success as Nicholson comes up the floor now here for the Cobras, putting on some moves, and why not? She gets the foul, will go to line for 1.
Yeah, lovely finish there from Lauren Nicholson, again dominating this game. She's going to the line for her 20th point of the half so far, so she's really trying to push this effort. I mean, much like Jen Schlott last week, but I mean, Nicholson with that extra size, just able to work her way baseline, you know, work out of the post as well. She's got the outside jumper. I mean, she's a very tough matchup. Makes the shot there, so 20 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists early. She's having a dominant game.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Stevenson just gets down the floor quick, but then Hobart turn it over as Tassari kicks it off to Nicholson. Nicholson
There's
goes
that drive.
Baseline. Beautiful drive by Lauren Nicholson.
Dominating this game, and I think the Huskies need a timeout. They just need to slow up their offense. Rushed past there before from Collins and then not able to stay in front of her defensively. That's a bad couple of possessions for the Hobart Huskies. Great execution for the Cobras.
So Roberts
nice
to
pass.
Green on the back door. Green one-on-one as Green uses that big body. Now, offensive foul's being called on Green. It would probably be use of the elbow.
Yeah, use that hook there. We could see it from up here. We're not sure what's going on there. Coach Willie Joseph not happy. Substitution's going to see Thompson in here, but looked like she was trying to split the defence. Didn't keep the arm straight. Certainly hooked her way around there, and they're going to call that every day of the week.
They certainly will. And clear as day from where we were, JB. Good call by the officials as Tassari. Now Wisher. Now Tassari off the double screen. Interesting play set here by the Cobras as Tassari
trying to work a one-on-one with Nicholson on the mismatch by the looks of it.
As Wisher now goes baseline, pulls up from about red line there and knocks it down.
Execution at the moment for the Cobras is almost flawless, and it looks like they've taken the confidence right out of the Huskies. Again, this field goal percentage and free throw percentage doesn't look like dropping anytime soon for the Cobras.
Right, they are just having one of those nights here at the Kingborough Sports Centre. Thompson into Green. Green misses the bunny, and then good work there by the Cobras to pull that one in as Tassari brings it down. Now,
there's that
Wisher,
perimeter.
Beautiful. Oh, no, just rattled out. These rims are a little bit too hard sometimes.
Not always user-friendly.
Correct. Nicholson for 3, just off, and that was last touched by Roberts. And Kilsyth will get it back.
Getting a mismatch left, right and centre here, the Huskies. And again, just forcing, as we just quickly noticed there, Nikki Green just grabbing towards her hip and the top of her quad. Substitution sees Emily Fritters checking out of the game. But just getting the mismatches left, right and centre here, the Cobras, as they take a long three. There, bang! That one there made by... No, not again. Lauren Nicholson.
What's she got, JB?
Who else could it be? 25 first half points, and we've still got almost 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
She is having a dominant game so far as Schlott puts up the runner and knocks it down.
I'm going to just say, shout out to NBL1 head office and keep an eye out for a potential 50-point night here at the Kingborough Sports Centre.
Yes, get a graphic ready is what we're saying.
Bounce pass.
Great play. Booth missed a second. And then good now, finally, Hobart get the numbers and get that steal that they're looking for. Schlott to bring it up as we are just in awe of Lauren Nicholson at the moment here at the Kingborough Sports Centre. Schlott now to Green. Back in term Thompson. Thompson closely guarded there by Nicholson. Denying that three-pointer. Thompson putting it on the floor. Now Schlott needs to think about it. Good defensive sequence here by the Cobras.
Oh, gets under and
does that say a shot clock by Nation? No, it doesn't, as the Cobras got the ball through Downey.
Oh, she's out here.
And then Nicholson to Sari, and that was a travel.
Yeah, if the travel wasn't called, it was a bad pass down the bottom. But just quickly here, just checking out the numbers on the shooting. 55, 57, 100 are the splits for the Cobras. Meanwhile, 38, 20, 75 are the splits here for the Huskies. Nikki Green heading out, 3 points, 2 rebounds. She's looking less than impressed so far, and we've got a 20-point margin with just under halfway through the second quarter.
Yep. What a game she's having. And Tassari with the steal.
Nicholson the trailer.
Yeah, Tassari. Probably well managed there. That's good. Ball goes inside to Booth off the pass from Downey. Last touch by Roberts. Kilsyth to get it back with 16 on the shot clock.
Yeah, one bit of a contested ball there. Look for Nicholson to get this one. I mean, we're basically on Nicholson watch at this point with 25 points. There she is there in the corner.
She has a hot hand as she pulls up. Wants to go glass, but bank wasn't open tonight, JB.
It might only be closed momentarily then again, Ronald.
Yeah, that's true. As Schlott now goes to Collins. And now Thompson on the back door. Nice play there by the Huskies, and the foul will be called on Booth as she knocks Thompson on the head.
Yeah, Thompson heading to the line. She's looking for her 7th and 8th points of the night to put her tied leading scorer along with Jen Schlott. Tonight, Thompson has 6 points and a rebound, only shooting that 40% clip, so she's going to want to lift that a little bit. But again, the Huskies just struggling to buy a basket here, rushing their offense a little bit, and then on the opposite end, just opening the barn door and just letting the livestock storm straight through to the hole. So Huskies in a spot of bother here. I don't think they imagine coming out in a do-or-die game to be down 20 points before the half, but we'll see what happens there as Thompson makes a sec.
Yep, makes 1 and 2 from the line, JB, as we're back to 19 points. We're just under 4 and a bit to go here in the second quarter as we come to you from the Kingborough Sports Centre here in Kingston. 15-minute drive out of Hobart as Downey goes to Nicholson on the back door.
Like Nicholson, a hard ball get.
That's a sorry. Downey, now Wisher for the long 2. This long, Schlott with the rebound.
Good passing game there from the Kilsyth Cobras. Just unable to get the basket they wanted, but good passing.
Schlott thought about it, had to pull down. Thompson inside of Roberts.
Nice pass.
Great passing there by Thompson to Roberts for the 2.
And again, they just need to not stagnate their ball movement a bit, Huskies there. Nearly cost them on the seal, but good little floating pass there and a finish by Roberts.
Wisher goes baseline and got fouled by Greenwood.
Yeah, I don't think you can possibly call that a shot attempt from behind the backboard, so we'll see what goes on there. Substitutions, Nikki Green and Emma Wallace seeing her first minutes of the night. Meanwhile, Taylor Roberts will be heading out along with Jen Schlott as well going for... Actually, no, it's going to be Josie and Jen. And Josie a little confused with the rotation. They're not sure what's going on there, so we'll see what's going on there. Must be a foul issue with Josie. Substitutions complete, and that'll be an inbound by the Cobras.
It will be, as Tassari will inbound here. Now to Wisher. Now to Nicholson. Nicholson from Huonville knocks it down. Lauren Nicholson is up to 28 points in the first half.
My God, this is a dominant display. And you know what? It's fun to watch because she's out here playing D, as you can see there, executing on the shots.
And she forced a turnover there for Hobart.
She's having a flawless performance. And again, she's really showing why she was MVP calibre last year. Still staying there. Timeout has been called And Willie Joseph's going to have to talk this over with his Huskies because it's almost all over Red Rover by half-time, and that's certainly not what we came to see. It's 46-26 with 3:23 remaining in the first half, Ronald, and it's hard to find what the Kilsyth Cobras are doing wrong. I mean, they're passing, they're shooting, they're being accountable for one another, they're, making the most of defensive matchups. I mean, they're disrupting the Hobart offence. I mean, there's not much they're not doing, really.
Yeah, it's true. And it's really flawless at the moment, fair to say, JB.
Yeah, it's the word to use.
If I'm Hobart, though, I'm just thinking, do you just mix it up and say, let's try a box and one and just really try to shut down Nicholson?
I think you've got to be careful then at the same time, though, because Wish is doing her job as well. I mean, you've got other capable players in that squad as well. Tassari's had a bit of the ball. Kamak's had a bit of the ball. Downey's had a bit of the ball. This is a squad that's in the top 6 of the NBL1 for a reason. They're not just top heavy. I mean, they've got some size about them as well, albeit on the bench at the moment, but I mean, they're a mixed bag. They don't really have any small guards, so trying to get a mismatch and take advantage of a box one, albeit a different tactic, could also prove costly.
Certainly. And we'll see what Hobart come out with in the next few minutes.
Got to communicate, though.
As Kanak goes cross-court. Nicholson, can she look to get 30 in the half? And, well, she nearly gave it to us on that one, JB. Collins pulls down the rebound.
Something tells me she still might hit 30 by the half.
Yes, look how I think we're in for a special night tonight with Nicholson, just with her points production. Collins, Green with a ball fake. Now Roberts.
Everyone out the perimeter here. They need someone inside.
I was going to say, a lot of 5 out here, JB, as Collins puts up the 2 and knocks it down.
That's the first signature shot Ellie's managed to get off tonight. She's going to have to look to get a bit more of that as well. 4 points for the night for Ellie Collins.
So ball gets moved around here now. Wisher with it. As we can hear Willie Joseph barking out instructions from the defensive end for the Huskies as Nicholson goes exploring.
Yeah, he's not happy with defensive rotations here, Coach Joseph.
Nice ball movement again by the Cobras as Mavis misses that one.
Easy rebounding.
Gets her in, rebound, misses that one. Collins to pick up the scraps. Waller now off and running here for Hobart. Now, Roberts, that was a rush pass as Collins has to slow it down here. Thompson will get that on ball now. Thompson will pull up for 3. That is way off when we had a good look at that one, JB. That didn't look like going anywhere. Now, and a warning is now being called on the Hobart bench. I think Willie Joseph will need to have a word with either his coaching staff or some of the players there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that one's about. Just back to Coach Joseph before, we could all be hearing barking orders. He's requesting that his weak side defence don't cheat on their defensive rotations. He needs them to stick with their men and rotate appropriately in order for the structure to hold up. Otherwise, miscommunication and easy baskets for the Cobras.
So Mabers with it. Goes to Wisher now in turn Kanak. Back into Downey. Nice cut by Wisher. Wisher with the up and under on the reverse. Nearly gave us something there as ball comes back to Kanak.
Need to hustle on those rebounds there, the Huskies. They're the crucial points and plays they need.
Mabers puts up a tough shot. That's not there. Good defensive pressure by Roberts as Collins comes down to the floor now. Ball inside to Green. Green puts it up, and that is a walk as she took one too many steps.
Yeah, she's not too happy about that. Nikki Green so far, 3 points, 2 rebounds, so she's going to want to up her production in the second half. Minute 25 remaining.
And with just those 2, JB, then Laura Nicholson is on the bench.
Well, with a well-earned rest, mind you, by the way. I reckon she could sit there for the next half and still be the best player on the court so far tonight. Tremendous output, 28 first half points.
It's great work by Laura Nicholson as she puts her Kilsyth Cobras up by 18, 46-28 as Kanak now Wisher looking inside. Wisher pulls up from that baseline, doesn't go. Again, good hustle by the Cobras as that is Haberfield. Now Kanak. Now back to Haberfield. Now Wisher. Wisher puts it to the floor, putting on some moves, and that will count, and she'll go to the line for 1. Foul's been called on Emma Waller.
Yeah, she's just asked the question, but she's not too sure. Nearly walked into a different huddle, and they just look really discombobulated here at the moment, the Huskies, and I mean, that's pretty much because Kilsyth are just executing. Again, we mentioned the capabilities of Clara Wisher, a former Seabull or SBL champion in Western Australia, former MVP over there. You know, so she's capable over here in the big time as well. Played multiple years with Hobart, played multiple years at Seabull level. And again, even though Nicholson's off the floor, you just can't expect them to fold.
So Collins looking for Thompson, but turn it down. Puts it to the floor. Into
Roberts.
Nice play by the Huskies as Roberts makes the 2.
They need to try and execute a little more with that inside pass. However, also need to be able to stretch as well. If they start relying on Green and Roberts inside too much, the defence will collapse.
Haberfield now to Mavers. Mavers into Downey. Downey.
Too
beautiful
easy.
Cut into Catamak for the 2.
Absolutely discombobulated there. No attention being paid off the ball. A lot of ball watching. Costly there for Hobart. The margin now out to 21 before half time.
It's not looking good here for the Hobart Huskies as Kilsyth are just dominating in every department, and Kilsyth will get it back after a poor pass there by the Huskies.
Yeah, 5.1 remaining. Look to see whether they can get Clara Wisher this ball to really get a shot up. There it is.
On cue, JB, and Clara Wisher will put it up, and on the halftime buzzer, couldn't make it stick. So halftime here sees Kilsyth up by 21. It is Kilsyth 51, Hobart 30.
Yeah, we'll quickly just go over the numbers here on the half, Ronald. Leading the way in the scoring department, Lauren Nicholson, 28 points. She's had 28. The Huskies themselves have had 30. Need I say more in the scoring department? Shooting splits well and truly in front there for Kilsyth. 47% from the field, 50% from deep, 100% from the stripe, leading the rebound battle 21-14, leading the offensive rebound battle 9-4, 13 assists on 20 baskets, passings in favour of them. I mean, their defensive numbers are up. They've limited their turnovers, 11 first half turnovers for Hobart. They're on track for another 20 turnover game, and most of the time when Hobart have had 20 turnovers, their game has well and truly gone down the gurgler. And again, 21-point margin at half time. Coach Joseph, his coaching staff and the team itself, frustrated, I don't think is the right word for it.
Yes, and at the moment, all four coaches, they're all 4 assistants having a good word with head coach Willie Joseph as we can have a look from our vantage point here in the commentary box. A lot of talking going on there, JB. We'll be interested to see what Hobart will come out with to try to bring this back down to a 21-point ball game. As we will take a break and we will come back with about 2 to 3 minutes to go here before the start of the third. Welcome back, everyone. Half-time here. It is Kilsyth up by 21 points, 51-30. Rorik's Justin Bryan with you here on the broadcast for a Friday night hoops here in NBL1 action. We're the only game on tonight. There are more games on tomorrow and Sunday. But JB, what has to happen in this third quarter for Hobart to somehow get this back to say we've been near single digits and make a game of it?
Throw out the game plan and just start again and play like you play. Just literally play like you've got nothing to lose. It's at that stage now. I mean, realistically, at halftime, you're walking into a change room with an opposition player who's got 28 and you've got 30. And when she went off the court, you only had 25 and she had 28. They have to just throw it all out the door. They need to go out and they just need to play freely, offensively and defensively. And, I mean, we talk about it at local level, you know, when you see teams that are down 25, 30 points, what do you got to do? You know, don't focus on the little goals. Worry about the little goals when it gets, you know, when it gets to a little margin. This margin of 21 points on your home floor in a do-or-die game would be unacceptable by all of their standards. They'd know it and they want to fix that quickly. So, again, they just have to go out and they just have to play freely. There can't be any knickknacks. Again, you know, general stuff. Focus on defence. Focus on your rebounds. Don't turn the ball over. Get ball movement going. Move, set screens, all that sort of stuff. But, again, that comes with just playing freely and just playing the game. When you're trying to focus and narrow down I told you the bank was only closed momentarily, Ronnie. Yeah, nice round the back, off the glass. Oh, nice little pass inside by Slot, but great finish there by the Cobras.
So Green, now Thompson in turn. Collins as this ball gets kicked around. Good defensive pressure there by Mavers, but she fouled Green, apparently, according to the referees.
Yeah, she's just asking the question there whether Green makes any contact on her. We'll see what's going on there. But again, just some ball movement there from the Huskies, even if it is around the top of the perimeter, to try and open up a few spots there and allow Green to get that post position.
So Thompson now inside to Roberts. They're heavily So ball with Tasari here at the moment as we've just got ticked over a minute here in quarter number 3 as Wisher putting on some moves, goes over Roberts. Yes.
She's had a massive step up in the last few minutes of this game. Stepped up a lot when Nicholson was out. That's her 9th point. She's got 4 rebounds, 5 assists as well, so potential triple-double threat, but she's getting it done in all facets of the game, Clara Wisher, as Nikki Green goes to spin inside, and they've called offensive foul. That one has been called there on Nikki Green. She's not too happy about it. She's that's her 3rd foul there, but a bit of a hook and a bit of a push there from Nikki Green, not able to get it all sorted there. Meanwhile, inbound will come from Kilsyth up the floor over the timeline there. The ball is now with Mathers. Swings it slowly around, and we'll see as we go there. That'll be Wisher on the jumper. She didn't get that one there. Thompson claiming the rebound. We'll see how she goes from here.
Yeah, absolutely, JB. We will. Meanwhile, down the other end, Roberts missed an easy layup off a good pass by Thompson as Tasari brings it down the floor. Now Wisher pulls up from elbow and knocks it down.
If Nicholson doesn't get you, Wisher will. 11 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Although the field goal shooting is off, it's the defence that's been pivotal for her, and certainly some of those off-ball screens to get Nicholson free.
So Collins putting on some moves now as she goes all the way, up and under. Not there as Mavers with the rebound now. Tasari coming down the floor here for the Cobras. Gives it off to Downey, but then in turn, she lost it. Now goes through Wish's legs, and Tasari somehow comes up with it.
Oh, nice fake.
And then Mavers with the two off a great little pass. And Coach Willie Joseph needs to talk it over as he calls timeout. And his margin is out to 25. 57 plays 32 in Kilsyth favour.
Little to no improvement on the defensive end there from the Huskies. Ball movement certainly has picked up offensively and they've been able to execute, but it's just the little things. I mean, Tasari's not the biggest person on the floor and she's just getting through the defence with ease when there is considerable size, and Willie Joseph really isn't happy with that. But I mean, again, as we mentioned about Lauren Nicholson playing that box and one, Ronnie, although, in theory a good idea, but Wish has come out and shown, okay, you want to focus on Lauren, that's fine, then I'm happy to take over this game. Willie Joseph, very brief and very, very quick on that timeout. He's just, he sent four of them, he sent them all out very quickly on the defensive end. Just sent him out on defence very quickly. He was having no, wasn't hustling around with that. Nikki Green certainly not happy, it seems to be, with the elbow treatment, but again, just to focus here on the Cobras, I mean, their performance, no doubt about it, has been unbridled. I mean, they've extended the margin from 21 to 27 in 2.5 minutes of play. I mean, what else can they do? They've got good defensive rotations coming on. They're crashing the boards. 3 main points of rebounding. I mean, they're doing their job. That's what they've got to do.
They certainly are, JB. Up by 27. 59-32. There was an adjustment of the scores there, as we've noticed. So, Green now with it. Puts it to the floor.
Good defence.
Yeah, good work.
Forcing her outside.
Good work there by O'Donnell. And
she's got a smile on her face too.
Yeah, my word.
She okay?
Thompson puts up the three. That's off. Wisher with the rebound.
That's her 6th of the game.
So Wisher
coming, of the game.
Yeah, Wisher coming down the floor.
Oh, bullet.
Good
another pass.
Lovely work there by the Cobras as Nicholson gets point number 30.
Put that one in the top 10 of the week. That was good. Triangle passing, good ball movement, great execution, and that is what Cobras basketball has been about tonight.
Absolutely, JB. They have been flawless with their execution and passing as Thompson puts it on the floor now for the Huskies. Thompson, shot clock at 8, needs to get busy, goes inside to Roberts. Good move there, but Roberts misses that one. Wisher with the scratch.
3 on 2.
Off and running. She has 2 defenders. Goes to Nicholson for 3. And that is a heat check, JB, as Thompson has to work hard. The foul will be called on Nicholson. Nicholson is claiming it. And, yep, Hobart to get it back.
Yeah, Hobart to get it back as Josie Greenwood checks in. A lovely cold night here at the Kingborough Sports Centre. We've got the window open for the camera, but I tell you what, we'd have it closed if it was going to keep us warm.
I was going to say, I should have brought my jacket with me, JB, because I'm only in a vest and then my business shirt.
Yeah, you got the vest and the shirt. I've got the woolens, the jacket and the T-shirt, the singlet, and the thermals and the skins.
You're absolutely decked out tonight, JB.
No, thank you very much.
As Graham will mention who you dressed by later. Thompson now in the slot. Thank you very much. Slot for 3. That is short. Rebound there by Mavers, and now Tasari to bring it up here for the Cobras.
Interesting battle so far here. Tasari really getting on top of the guards of Hobart, really trying to work that weak side and get inside for that mid-range jumper.
So Nicholson now into Mavers. Mavers goes inside to O'Donnell for the 2, just off. A good rebound there by Green.
Wisher just trying to steal that one-handed.
Excuse me, folks. As Collins brings it down here for Hobart. Thompson hits that on ball from Greenwood. Wanted to go cross-court, can't. Goes to Green instead. Now Greenwood goes to Green now on the cut.
Good
That's
pass.
A better move there by Nikki Green and knocks the 2 down.
That's exactly what she needed. Quick entry pass, spin, turn, had the double team against her, but clearly had the size matchup. Good finish there, Nikki Green. 7 points, 2 rebounds on the night. She's going to really want to start making an impact. 27-point margin here as the substitutions see Clara Wisher heading out of the game and checking in number 11, Claire Kamax. So... Yep.
No, Tasari just having a word there with Coach Sam Woosnam. Sam Woosnam, a former WNBL player herself, and had a very decorated career as Green knocks down the free throw.
26 points our margin now, and Kilsyth just letting the clock burn a little bit. We're halfway through the third quarter, a quick third quarter, and they just want to sort of get this game over and done with.
So Tasari with it now, again putting on some moves on Green. Now ball gets moved around. Here's O'Donnell.
3-2 pressure up the top.
Back to Canamak. Now Nicholson. Nicholson. Now to Mavers. Mavers needs to put it up and
they've called a foul on Greenwood on the body. on the step through. Greenwood.
And it counts as well too, JB.
Will count.
We did notice that the ball went through the hoop, and the coaching. I could see the coaching staff there. Willie Joseph can't believe it.
That's the fourth foul for Greenwood too.
Taylor Mavers will go to the line for one.
That one there must have been on the hip as she stepped through for the shot. Contact called and one converted there. So that'll extend the Cobras out to a 29-point lead. And Greenwood is now in red foul trouble. 4 fouls, one more, and she's done for the night. And that will seriously hurt the rotations of the Huskies.
Thompson, now Collins. And poor pass there, and again, poor execution by the Huskies sees another turnover here for Hobart.
13 turnovers on the night here to 10 for the Cobras, so maintaining the ball has been more than an issue so far for the Huskies. They've been known to turn it over up to 20 times a night, and they're on track to do that again.
They certainly are, just the way they're going. It's not a good look here, folks, especially when you've got to back it up on the road tomorrow night. Nicholson for 3.
Bang!
And knocks it down from downtown.
That's her 33rd point of the night. I don't know whether she'll crack 50 with the momentum of the game. They might check her out early, but she's certainly still on pace for 40.
Oh, my word, JB. She's having a ripper of a game. Is Nikki Green being called for another offensive foul?
Yeah, she thought she was held there, but the hook has continued on. 2 referees blowing the whistle on that one there. Kylie McCauley's going to be checking in what will be some of her first minutes for the night. Alex Finlayson checking in as well as Nikki Green heads out. She's got 4 fouls as well, so double foul trouble for Greenwood and Roberts. That will seriously limit the rotations. 4 fouls there on the Cobras. 3 fouls, however, for the Huskies. So just those quick fouls there on both ends really costing momentum for the Huskies. 32 points our margin.
Yeah. 4.5 to play here as we come to you from the Kingborough Sports Centre here in Kingston on a cold Friday night, as we mentioned, as Mavers puts up the 2. That's off. Roberts there pulls down her rebound and then gives it off to Collins as Hobart look to get a score here out of this possession.
McCauley going to be pivotal here.
Right, so McCauley Wood now on QJB, gives it the shot. Schlott gets that on-ball screen. Now, tracks back, putting on those nice little moves we've seen all season. Collins attacks and draws a foul. Will go to line for 2.
That one there will be on Nicholson. That'll be her 3rd. But Kylie McCauley really injecting some seniority into this game. Over 150 games, or 150 to 200 games, I believe,
yes, in
the Seabull. Can play down on the low post as well. Doesn't mind being physical. So look for her presence to be key here for the rest of the game. Again, foul trouble to Green and Greenwood. So a bit confused there as Collins makes the first. Green and Greenwood both with 4. So expect McCauley to play some big minutes down the stretch here.
All right, as Collins knocks down the second, 2-2. Margin is now at 30 with 4 minutes remaining. 5
points on the night for Ellie Collins, well below her season average. She's going to want to pick that one up.
So Tassari now going to Canamak here. Canamak, nice, or wanted O'Donnell on the back door. Nicholson there with the scraps. Nicholson drives, puts up the little running hook, not there. As bodies fly everywhere there, as Finlayson picks up the scraps. Now Schlott will get it and bring it down here for Hobart. So Schlott thinks about her options. She pulls up from the elbow, just off, a bit flat on that shot. O'Donnell with the rebound as Canamak has it now and pushing down the floor here. Nicholson, good interior passing into Booth. Couldn't get it. Collins with the rebound. As we are just on about 3:15 to play here in the 3rd as Collins puts it to the floor.
There's that classic Ellie Collins, that spin pivot, unable to get it to go.
So Nicholson now coming down the floor.
Good
pass to O'Donnell, and O'Donnell gets the layup and put an assist down for Lauren Nicholson.
Just getting straight up and down the floor here. The Cobras not hesitating, getting out, getting the running game going. Clearly the quicker side tonight.
Certainly are, JB. They just proved their running game and transition game has been dominant all night. As McCauley now goes to Collins.
Can't be having Kylie McCauley push so far out of the perimeter. She does her best work down low, and here we go.
And on QJB, she gets it out, but a poor pass as Nicholson reads that one and gets it. Now she comes down the floor, kicks it to Tassari, thought about it. Now Canamak for 3. Couldn't get the friendly roll. Finlayson there to pick up the scraps. Collins comes down the floor.
Had a mismatch there. Surprised she didn't take immediate advantage.
Now to Schlott. Schlott puts it nearly a travel. Nice, trying to get a pass in the McCauley, sorry. McCauley gets him down low, and as an offensive foul on Kylie McCauley.
Offensive fouls have killed the Huskies tonight. That has to be certainly up there as one of their 5 or 6 offensive fouls. Jen Schlott just heading out of the game. She looks a little concerned. She heads out with 8 points. Shana Thompson checking back in as well. But at the moment, this Huskies lineup, total production at the moment has only seen them produce 15 points out of a combined 5 on the lineup. So they're really going to be searching for points here to end this quarter.
So Catamac with it. As we are just near on 2 minutes here in the third. Now, Booth into Wisher for 3.
Oh.
Not there. Good rebound by O'Donnell, and she gets the 2.
Rebound battle slowly edging further and further away. That's the 10th offensive board for the Cobras tonight, and they lead that department 10-4. Rubber ducky margin.
So Collins now goes to Thompson on that backdoor cut. She got rejected there by Catamac.
Thought there was some contact.
Referees didn't see it that way. Collins gets the interception.
Needs to go all the way.
Collins one-on-one with Catamac. Collins puts it up and puts Catamac to the floor, and Andy Collins will be called for an offensive foul.
The Huskies bench themselves not very happy with that one. Good slide and good defence there, and the Cobras are really doing their bit on the defensive end. They're taking charges, they're getting rebounds, they're getting down the other end of the court and dominating. The Huskies themselves just need to calm down, relax, and get into their sets. This is now a 34-point margin.
As Kilsyth have put on a very good display here tonight, as Catamac, now foul's been called on Collins, and Hobart in the bonus, so Catamac will go to the line for 2.
That will be Collins' second foul in as many calls, and certainly within 30 seconds, so that will send them to the line. And the Huskies just don't have anything going their way at the moment. They're not able to execute offensively, unable to get the stops defensively, and their foul trouble is going to send the Cobras to the line, who really don't need any help trying to score baskets tonight. At 35 points the margin, I mean, this game's essentially over for the Huskies, Ronnie. I mean, 37 points in the margin's now 36, so trying to double your score and hold the opposition with 11 and change left in this game is going to be a real task.
It certainly will be, JB. This is I think you now just got to play this out and try to win the last quarter, really, for some pride. As Finlayson, now Roberts looking to Thompson. Thompson here going one-on-one with Wisher. Over the top of Wisher. That wouldn't roll for Shana Thompson, as Booth got the rebound, and now Tassari with it. Kicks it up to Wisher. Wisher puts it on the floor.
Yeah,
she
changed her
travelled
pivots.
first. Yep, changed the pivot foot, and Clara Wisher will just take that one on the chin.
Yeah, couldn't really argue that one.
No.
Walked from one sideline to the other. You've got to call that. But Clara having a pretty good game so far. Dominated on both ends. 11 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. And her presence in the perimeter matchups with Collins, Schlott and Thompson has been a massive contribution on the defensive end.
We're under 50 seconds to play. It's Thompson for 3. And that just barely hit the rim. As O'Donnell will give it back to Catamac as she brings it down.
Wisher now with the ball in the wing.
And of course, I've got some information on Catamac. She's been around the league for quite some time now in Siebel and NBL1, as O'Donnell goes for the 2 and knocks it down.
O'Donnell with the ball there, just quickly there. The 3-point shooting of Hobart now 2 of 14. They need to get away from that shot, start working inside. We're looking at 38 points our margin with 12 seconds left in the quarter.
So Finlayson, now Thompson with 8 seconds remaining. Needs to get busy. Thompson kicks it out, 4 seconds, into McCauley. McCauley puts it up, and good defensive pressure by O'Donnell. And three-quarter time sees, well, the margin is, that's 38, 37, JB.
It is 38 points.
Yeah, 38, sorry. Mathematics has gone wrong, but Kilsyth 75, Hobart 37.
I'm sensing frustration, and I'm sensing concession here from the Huskies. It's been a hell of a night for them. It's been a hell of a struggle, and unfortunately it just seems to be getting tougher and tougher. Only managed 7 points in that quarter. Meanwhile, 24 going in favour of Kilsyth. I mean, this has been one-way traffic for most of the game, and it's quite evident here. I mean, 4 of 41 from the field compared to 30 of 61 from the field for both teams. I mean, free throw line, they haven't missed 100%. 3-pointers, 6 of 13 compared to 2 of 14. There's not much that isn't going in the way of the Cobras here. Rebounding battle, they're up 8. They're up on the assists by 10. They're leading the way with defensive numbers. I mean, offensive rebounds are 10-4, as we mentioned, but turnovers are major malfunction at the junction there too. 5 to 17 I mean, the Cobras have just been flawless in their execution, and as we mentioned, you know, the chances of changing, I mean, and here you look at your scorers there, Nicholson with 33 alone. I mean, the opposition has 37. I mean, it's very hard to try and win a game of basketball when almost the top team's top scorer has outscored the opposition. Wisher with 11, but no double-digit scorers, rebounders or passes for the Huskies, so their major contributors, you know, just aren't there tonight. I mean, that's right across the board. I mean, they've had a lack of contribution from the bench. Their starters haven't done as much as they'd like to. Meanwhile, on the other side of the floor, as you look at the Cobras, I mean, Nicholson's dominating the game, Wisher's contributing, Donald's doing her part, Downey's doing her part, Kamak doing her part, Dasari doing her part, and it's really been just one-way traffic here for the Cobras. As we get ready here for the fourth quarter, Collins will inbound this ball. Scoreline is 75-37. It's a 38-point margin. They've got Huskies have 37 on the board, and I mean, the fat lady's certainly not singing. I think she's already left the concert. It ended hours ago.
Yeah, I agree with you there, JB. Absolutely. As we get underway here in the fourth quarter, Thompson goes baseline into Roberts. Now Collins. That's better ball movement by the Huskies.
There we go.
And there we have it. Ellie Collins with a 3.
3 of 15 tonight from deep Hobart. They're not going to like that. However, they're starting to want to bring some more respectability onto the board. Only managed 7 points in that quarter. They've already got 3 for this one.
Haberfield now to Sari. In term to... There was Freiters, and then look, Booth put up the shot and missed.
Wisher wanting to try and tap that one away.
Finlayson now to Collins, and then now back to Thompson here. So Thompson putting it on the floor. Thompson putting on some moves. Now, is that going to be a foul? It is. Now, does that count?
We're just going to see what sort of foul it is. Is it offensive or is it offensive?
Offensive foul.
It's a fend off. And again, the Huskies bench can't believe that. We've got some. That was a sound effect. That was.
Yeah, it's a sound effect, JB.
It sounds like a sound effect. That's an offensive foul. That one on Thompson, her second foul of the night. That was a nice spin there, but it's just unfortunate for the Huskies. They get down at trying to put some hard work in there and just unable to execute.
So, Wisher with it now, it's just one of those nights where nothing seems to be going Hobart's way. As Haberfield, nice drive there by Sarah Haberfield, and makes the 2.
Severely undersized, but managing to get the bucket, extending that margin back out to 37. Great basket.
So Thompson here with it. As she looks around for her options. Again, Kilsyth doing a really good job defensively here. Collins for 3. That's short. McCauley with the rebound. Goes into Thompson, but then Boot was there to meet it. Tasari off and running. Gives it to Wisher. Wisher puts it to the floor. Now back to Tasari. Ball getting moved around. Wisher, who started and could have finished. Freiters with the rebound and gets a foul to go, and she'll go to the line for 1.
Flawless here from the Cobras. Again, Wisher starting and trying to finish that play. And, I mean, another turnover there proving costly on the other end. They're 19th for the game. As Finlayson heads out, Waller heads into this game. And we're about to see a 40-point margin at home, Ronald. This is not looking good.
No, it's not looking very good, JB. This is... I mean, I know you can have bad nights, but I just don't think you could have such a bad night like this.
This isn't a nightmare. I mean, this is a night terror. This is you try to go to sleep and it gets worse and worse and worse. Double team there by Kilsyth, and again you can just sense the pressure and the effort being put forward by the Cobras. Another turnover, the 20th turnover on the night. As Emma Waller just trying to push up. That one's going to be an on-ball foul, but they've got 3 early fouls here in the fourth quarter. They've committed 20 turnovers. They're losing the rebounding battle. They're losing the passing battle. They're losing the defensive battle. I mean, again, you know, go out and play freely is one thing, but to just be free and not play is another.
Yep, I totally agree, JB. As you know, you need to just get out there and really just play as Haberfield. Now Wisher for the baseline too, and we've seen that time and time again during our years being with the Hobart Chargers.
And
JB.
the game's just going to get a hell of a lot worse for the Huskies as Lauren Nicholson's looking to check back in.
Yes, can Nicholson just go for... Well,
she'll be probably looking for that 40 mark, I reckon now, Ronald. 50, yeah. You'd think 50's out of range and would look like a bit of a... would be probably a bit unsportsmanlike with the state of the game, but we'll see what she can do.
Absolutely. Wisher pulls up and back-to-back baskets for Clara Wisher.
15.6 rebounds, 5 assists. She's really lifted her game again, starting and finishing plays, doing all that she can. This margin out to 44.
As Collins now, Macaulay inside to Roberts. Good job there by Fridays, the former
turnover.
WNBL player. As Wisher now goes off and running. Wisher puts it up. Didn't get anything there bar glass. Jump ball. And it will go to way of Kilsyth. There's Wisher comes out and Lauren Nicholson is in.
Wisher, 15.6 rebounds, 5 assists. She's had a tremendously good night. She's played for pretty much all 4 quarters and really contributed for the team, as we mentioned. Trying to run a box and one on Nicholson was one thing, but unfortunately it's left Clara Wisher open. Meanwhile, Nicholson checking back into this game with over 30. I think she got 33 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists.
And she has had a dominant game. She's definitely our MVP for tonight, folks. I think we'll send JB down shortly to get the post-match interview with her. And
nice
Fridays puts up
pass.
the 2 off a good pass there by Haberfield.
That's one thing just quickly for the Cobras, though, that's probably cost them even more of a margin tonight is a lack of execution around the rim on those easy 1-2 combinations. Certainly something that against a team that probably would put in more lockdown defence and more of a presence on D down low would have severely cost them on a night like tonight, would have punished them.
Yeah, no, good point there, JB. It's now Kilsyth back up tomorrow against Launceston, and of course, as we mentioned, Hobart are going to Ballarat. That will be no easy assignment. Can a loss like this get them fired up? As Thompson makes first, get them fired up for tomorrow night.
It's got to do something for him, Ronald, because I certainly wouldn't want to be getting out of bed and jumping on a plane heading over to cold Ballarat after leaving cold Hobart after a cold night at the Kingborough Sports Centre. So it's got to do some sort of motivation for them. I mean, the girls' spirits are going to be extremely low, so there's a lot they're going to have to do. But, I mean, you'd like to think so that there's going to be a fire in the belly and a lot of execution they're going to have to get through. Unfortunately, no practice runs or anything, and not much film study for them to do prior to tomorrow's game as the easy inside basket for the Cobras, but there's got to be a lot of focus on exactly what they can bring to the table tomorrow because, I mean, this effort just won't cut it. I mean, if they take this to Ballarat tomorrow night, similar result.
And, of course, you'll see that game live on the NBL YouTube channel as well, too. You tune in from about 6 o'clock tomorrow night as Macaulay gets the 2 off a good pass by Shana Thompson.
Yeah, lovely pass there from inside to Macaulay. And again, these two girls play at local league, quite capable teammates. Macaulay with the senior experience, Thompson now with plenty of senior experience as well. So good execution on that one. It's not all doom and gloom.
Tassari puts it to the floor and nice little bank runner there, JB.
But you also have to be able to stop plays like that. I mean, 44-point margin. I mean, we're only halfway through this final term, and it certainly looks like Kilsyth are going to try and push to that 100-point mark.
Stevenson misses that one completely. And ball goes out of play. Now, Claire Kammermack, formerly known as Claire Pappas, actually, JB. She has played with numerous teams around the C1 NBL1 and a WNBL championship winner with the Dandenong Rangers as well, too. She brings a lot of experience to the table as a veteran now in the league and is doing a good job here for the Kilsyth Cobras. It's her home association, so it's good to see her back in her hometown as she on cue. She gets it now, JB. She's looking inside the booth. Waller put some pressure on, wasn't enough. Macaulay couldn't reel in. Nicholson kicks it out. Haberfield for 3. Just long. Booth
easy rebound.
Pulls that one down and draw a foul and goes to the line for 2.
I give Emma Waller the credit there defensively, just trying to change her tactics up a little bit there. She's wanting to she wanted to get right in front of her opponent, and essentially, even as undersized as she is, she just wants to stop that entry pass. And I mean, it's little things and little rotations like that will certainly help the team. I mean, too little too late in the scheme of this game, but I mean, good practice for future games.
Maeve is coming on as Emily Freitas having a rest as Booth makes the 2. So margin is out to 45 here at the moment, with 5:09 remaining in the last quarter, and misses that one as Macaulay will give that one off to Thompson as Thompson comes down the floor now here for the Huskies. Thompson, she thought about just throwing it up there, but turned it down and a better option. Thompson drives baseline, puts up that little hook, and it's not there. Rebound by Booth now with Karamak. And she goes now to Nicholson. Nicholson putting some moves on Stevenson. Nicholson going baseline. Nice pass into Karamak. Now Haberfield. Shot clock at 10 for the Cobras. Haberfield nearly lucid. Better defensive pressure now. Technical foul's been called on the assistant coach, Brad Sims. Now, I have been keeping an eye on this, JB. Brad Sims has been saying a few things from the bench, and did get a warning early on from referee Jack Woolcock, and then, of course, the other referee now pulling the technical foul. So this will be 2 free throws, and then I think we're going back to the last point of play. So...
Well, it's good to see that Nicholson's at the line because it's not like she's had a busy night. So she's just trying to get some shooting practice in.
And obviously misses both there.
Which is quite surprising, actually.
Did we put a curse on it, Jobo?
Well, we needed to do something to it. It's a shame we should have done it 5 minutes into the first quarter. I mean, so apologies about not putting the mocker on her there, but I mean that's certainly uncharacteristic. And 2 of the 3 missed free throws all night there for the Cobras. So.
And Kilsyth getting the ball back after that technical. Canamak into Mavers there. Stevenson gets the rebound off Mavers' miss.
Greenwood's just going to have to be careful. She's out there with 4 fouls.
Rightio. Thompson has to kick it. Waller puts it to the floor. Now Macaulay. Macaulay inside. Now a foul will be called on Mavers there for a hold. And Hobart to get it back.
Yeah, just trying to work inside a little too much there. And Mather's just not able to get out of the way. Substitutions, we'll see Rebecca O'Donnell checking in, and checking out will be Sarah Booth. So she's had a decent night, Sarah Booth, 11.6 rebounds. But again, there's not much you can do wrong here as a team when your lead scorer has got 33 points. And you're executing left, right, and centre. Another turnover, almost.
Haberfield has lost a slip on that one, and Hobart will get it back here with about 4:03 remaining in the last quarter.
Coach Willie Joseph really getting through his rotations here. Pia Rhodes heading into the game. We've seen Taya Stevenson get some extended minutes, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Eliza Vanderkamp probably get a couple of run-round minutes here as well. So, I mean, although there is a lot of doom and gloom with the margin and the prospects of the rest of the season, it's certainly going to be good to see someone like, a Pia Rhodes and certainly potentially an Eliza Vanderkamp get out there and certainly experience. And I mean, it won't hurt them in a situation like this to go out there and just play their natural game. There's that turnover we spoke about, though. Number 23 there for the Huskies. 23-5 is the turnover count tonight. So, I mean, when you're losing the turnover battle, not only by double digits, but by nearly 20, Ronnie, it's very rare you're going to win any form of sport.
Yeah, no, spot on, JB. It's one thing that coaches do look at. Nicholson for 3.
Bang,
yes!
bang, 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 bang. bang, 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 bang.
Nicholson for a 3. As JB goes with the bang, bang, bangs. Now, I have reviewed footage from last week's game. There was quite a few bangs. I think we need to get a little counter thing going.
Let's just say that we won't see any of my favourite thank you ma'ams tonight.
Thank you very much.
At least in the women's game. But 36 points to Lauren Nicholson. She's had a hell of a game. We'll get ready to go down and see her very shortly. Macaulay working inside and one. And again, this is just the way Kylie can play. I mean, experienced body, bigger body, mixes it up at all levels of the game. She likes getting down low, getting her points. Again, had a calf injury very early on in the year, which was nearly a 3-month setback for her. So it's good to see her out there. I mean, really worked hard the last couple of years. There was a lot of doubt around her at the end of 2017.
Yes.
Would she play on? What would happen? But got into great physical condition. Really worked hard. And I mean, it's really paying off now. Still seeing her around in the NBL1.
Yeah, and I reckon there'll be some room. I reckon there'll be some. And our offensive foul's been called as I was just going to make
Lauren
the point.
Nicholson.
On Nicholson. I was just going to make the point of Macaulay's probably at that point now where you take it 1 year at a time, and you get to the end of the season thinking, do I go one more, or do I call it quits?
Yeah, well, I think this injury this year would have put a lot of doubt in her mind. But I mean, she's able to come back. She is limited in her minutes, but I mean, she's able to come back and contribute on the court. So I mean, for Kylie, that's a confidence boost. Of course, she's the one that makes the decision at the end of the year. But I mean, it's good to see her out and about.
Yeah,
lovely pass from
Greenwood
Nicholson.
missed it 2 down the other end, and then good transition there by the Cobras, but weren't able to reel that in, and Hobart to get it back.
Yeah, it's been an interesting night here so far. Macaulay, the only scorer on the floor at the moment for Hobart with 4 points. So, I mean, trying to get that contribution out of the bench has been, contributions all over the floor have just been a tough part there. So it's hard to really pinpoint it down. But, I mean, when you're not getting as much confidence out of your starters as you would like, it's very hard to come off and feel motivated from the bench.
So Pia Rhodes gives it off to Macaulay. Then Macaulay try to go to Greenwood. Another turnover there by the Huskies, and Nicholson will finish this one off, and does so.
38 points.
38. She's on target for that. 40, JB.
And as we've called, Ronald, Eliza Vanderkamp going to be checking into the game as well.
Very good call, JB. Yes, Willie Joseph has thrown the white flag and will bring on the youngsters as Macaulay goes all the way and got drawn a foul. And that looks like it's going to be on Mavis by the sounds of it. Yes, it will be, as Eliza Vanderkamp will come into the game. I'm wondering who she'll be coming, who's coming off here.
That'll be Josie Greenwood. She's not happy. She shakes the hand. She was having spoken to Eliza. We've got the interview on file. And there's the clap. Great rousing reception for young Eliza. But it's one thing Eliza has spoken about, that Josie and Kylie have been great mentors to her in the last 12 months working as a big. I mean, Eliza's pretty much at 6 foot now. She's only 15 years old, so she's still got a lot of development to go and a lot of work to go. But it's good to see the young opportunity. The opportunity she's getting at such a young age. Of course, her dad, Brad, having played previously, I believe, for the Hornets, the Hobart Hornets and the Chargers as well, Ronald.
That is correct, JB. He did play, and it's good to see Vanderkamp back in. Nicholson with the back door, puts it up, and we'll go to the line for 2. And could we get the magic number of 40 here, JB, on this possession?
Well, I think we're looking at 40. I said we're talking about putting the mockers on people. I called 50. She's only going to get 40. So I probably should have suggested she was going to get 30. She'd have probably only had 10. I don't know. But Nicholson with a flawless performance, other than the fact that she missed the 2 technical free throws. But I mean, at the moment, 39 points, 62% from the field, 5 rebounds. I mean, she's been the dominant difference in this game. There's no doubt about it. And I think they're going to look to sub her out here with 40.
Yep, and yes, on cue, JB, well spotted there, as Tassari will come in for Lauren Nicholson. Lauren Nicholson with 40 points has just shown why she is right up there for MVP this year in the NBL1 competition.
Well, if I'm not wrong there, Ronald, that would probably be the biggest single game score by any player this year at the Kingborough Sports Centre.
I believe so.
At NBL1 level, at least.
Yeah, at
Local
NBL1
level, we've seen a couple of 60s, but I mean, at NBL1 level, I'm pretty sure that's the biggest single game scoring effort.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll quickly get our crew onto that stat find and get back to you on that. As Stevenson now to Waller. Waller puts up a 3. That's off. Good rebound by Stevenson and makes the 2. And there's a little bit of cheering there. The local girl from Kingston gets it to go.
The crowd really appreciating the output of some of these youngsters here, and why not? They've worked hard to get their minutes and get to the position they are. And a really young squad here. Kylie McCauley out there to mentor them. Yes. And there's always going to be a few fundamental drops and flaws here. I think the next question, Ronald, they're at 98. Can the Cobras hit 100? Well,
they can. They've got 90 seconds to play as Rhodes just nearly lost that one inside the Vanderkamp. But as you can tell there, just that inexperience and of course not a whole lot of game time for the 2 youngsters there. And they turn that one over as the ball comes down through Tassari. Now with O'Donnell, the ball gets kicked around here back to Tassari. And now
open jumper at the top for Kilsyth.
Tyler Mabers for the long 2, and there's the 100, and they lead by 51.
And with that one, Ronald, I'll grab the audio set, head down, and we'll be grabbing Lauren Nicholson post game as soon as we can.
We're just going to try to get all our information linked up as the ball goes out of bounds, and go from there.
Right, we're on channel. We're all good to go. Less than a minute. I'll head down.
All right.
Give me the wave when we're good.
Yep, we'll do, JB. As JB takes off the headset and he goes down, we are going to catch up with Lauren Nicholson post-match here as we're under 50 seconds to play. Tassari with it now. Into Mavers. Mavers looking down low into O'Donnell. Good defensive pressure by Pia Rhodes. The Hobart bench like that one. As Stevenson goes onto the floor here. Looking to kick it out. Waller for the 3. Yes, Emma Waller with a 3 and gives the crowd something to cheer about. Margin back to 48 points. 100 plays 52. Final 30 seconds here in what has been a dominant display here by the Kilsyth Cobras. Canamak going for Haverfield wanted back door, couldn't get it. Ball inside, nice pass from Mavers into Haverfield and makes the 2 there. So, margin back to 50. And this will round us out here as Stevenson now. Waller for another 3. That's off. And final scores here at the Kingborough Sports Centre sees Kilsyth winning this one by 50. Kilsyth 100, Hobart 52 here on the NBL1 YouTube channel. So, JB will look to get a comment on the floor here by Lauren Nicholson as players shake hands. A dominant display here as we just go through some of the scorers now. Lauren Nicholson leading the way with 40 points. Clara Wisher with 15. Sarah Booth with 11 for Hobart. excuse me, it was Shana Thompson with 9, Ella Collins with 9, and Taylor Roberts with 8. And just something we want to come back to, the assist department, unbelievable. 21 assists here for Kilsyth compared to Hobart's 11. And then, of course, the turnovers were a major factor. Hobart with 25, Kilsyth only committing 8. So massive issues there. Hobart have got a game tomorrow night in Ballarat. And, of course, Kilsyth head to Launceston as we're just going to keep an eye. Yeah, we're just working our cameraman here just to get that soon right onto JB. Is Sam Woosnam, the coach of the Kilsyth Coppers, giving her this post-match address here in the huddle. And we're going to go down to JB shortly. Again, the final scores were 102 to 52 as JB will just... there's a few hugs going around. So... Yep.
Wait for Ronnie to give me the signal.
Yep, so we're just about to put JB on.
Just at me, yeah. Right. You stare at the camera if you want, there's not much going on here.
And JB,
okay, we're back here with Lauren Nicholson, career high 40 points, and only one way to describe that performance, dominant. You've got to be happy with the way the girls executed tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. I thought we were really good at both ends of the floor, especially in the first quarter. I think Sarah Booth really started out the game strong for us tonight, and I think it just flowed from there.
I mean, how does it feel yourself? I mean, 40 points, you've come down to Tassie, you were playing with the Tawns last year. I mean, to come down, to essentially come back to the second home of your basketball, to come down here and put on a performance like that, it's going to be a great confidence boost.
Yeah, it definitely is, and looking forward to going back to Launceston tomorrow and playing there, and who knows, hopefully getting a win. But yeah, nice to come back down here, see a few familiar faces in the crowd, which is nice.
What sort of scout did you have on these girls, man? Coming off a win last week, hard-fought win against the Tigers. I mean, you played with Ellie, you played with Taylor. I mean, you've got a decent in-depth knowledge of them. I mean, what sort of scout did you bring to the game?
Well, we knew that they had a big inside presence. They're tall, import, very good player, and also Taylor Roberts, both massive presences on the inside. So we knew we had to stop them early in the game, and I think we did pretty well doing that.
Just finally, you head to Launceston tomorrow night, looking for another big game, heading essentially home again. I mean, what sort of energy do you have to bring here? A quick turnaround, quick recovery? I mean, what do you have to do as a team to get back on track and try and finish this road trip 2 and zip?
Yeah, I think just rest up tonight. Tawns have a few really good players on their side that we need to shut down. So same approach as today. We'll travel up there in the morning and then just be ready to go at the game.
No worries. Lauren Nicholson, our player of the game, career high 40 points, and we think the career high for the stadium this year so far. So Lauren, thank you very much. We'll let you go and stretch down.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Thanks, JB. Lauren Nicholson post-game there. And again, shout out to the Kilsyth viewers. If you're watching from Kilsyth, hope you enjoyed that interview with Lauren Nicholson. And of course, just having a look at the shooting percentages here, folks. Kilsyth 52% there, and Hobart 35 from the field. That said a lot. The rebounding statistics here, 43 to 33. The assist 21-11. 4 steals to 3, 4 and 2 in the blocks department in Kilsyth's way. So a very dominant performance here by the Kilsyth Cobras, who look to now go to Launceston full confidence, while Hobart need to quickly regroup and get on the plane tomorrow and head to Ballarat. So that will do us here from the Kingross Sports Centre for now. Our men's game is up next between Hobart and Kilsyth. We'll be back here at 5 to 8. Hope you enjoyed our company here from the Kingross Sports Centre. For now, it's goodbye.